And even Cornelius, sometimes his mouth it doesn't look right.
Yeah,
not like in the first one.
Oh, what's his name? Roddy McDowell.
Yeah.
He did something with his head where like he was looking through his eyebrows like this, and you weren't looking at his lips.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and that really helps. You know,
that's a good thinking, Roddy.
This is the Grindhouse Podcast. We're coming to get you, Barbara.
Welcome back to the Grindhouse Podcast. I'm your host, Cheese Film, and joined with me today is a very, very special guest of mine. For the first time on the podcast, it is Hecupus. Oh man,
I thought is somebody coming in?
I am behind the curtain once more because Randy is 50% done with his remodel.
Yeah, I just looked at the thing and it's just spinning now. I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh God. Well,
speaking of God,
he would have probably loved this movie.
You
or
think?
Loved to talk about this movie.
I think he would. He would not have seen the whole thing.
You think he would have turned it off?
Well, or fast forwarded. I did.
Watching this, you fast forwarded?
Yeah, I couldn't take it anymore.
Oh Lord, man, I'm really the sucker.
Yeah, you are. Because I saw it for free.
I watched it all the way through. No hiccups, no pauses, no fast forwards, no breaks.
I didn't have any hiccups or anything.
The movie, of course, being our epic smashing of our two monsters here. King Kong versus Godzilla.
Is that what it's called? Because I always refer to it as Godzilla versus Kong, but I'm pretty sure you're right.
So
what does that say?
The disc I've got says King Kong versus Godzilla.
Okay.
Also, I like how they've got the battle over that building, because that does happen in the movie.
It's the big finale.
Yeah, and it goes on for forever.
Yeah.
It's too long. And I had an issue with the fact that the movie kind of jumps into getting Godzilla on the screen. Like within the first 20 minutes, he's there.
Yeah. I didn't have a problem with that.
And then drastically slows down.
Yeah.
Like to a grind.
They're like, somebody must have said, you got to make it this long. And they're like, well, now what? I know.
Or they really needed to get Godzilla on the screen because they thought people would not be interested, maybe. Cause
it is Godzilla's sequel. It's
like the
sequel.
Actual sequel to
Yes,
Godzilla?
this is the next time Godzilla's on a movie.
Get out of here.
All right.
Get out of here. There's no way.
Yeah, but was it like, when did Godzilla come out? 52? It's 10 years later. This came out in 1962. And it's the sequel to Godzilla.
Oh my God.
And man, talk about sophomore slump. This is the first time Godzilla, King Kong are in color. It is also, well, it's the first time. Well, King Kong had a couple sequels.
Yeah, he had like Son of
But they were in black and white originally because this stuff was colorized. But yeah, this is the first time they're in a movie together, in color, in stereo, and in 2:35:1 aspect ratio.
Wow.
So a groundbreaking movie.
Why?
That is garbage. So and I asked you about Honda, the director. I forgot his first name. Anyway, he did not want to make this movie. And that's why they're kind of silly looking. Because he didn't want to...
ruin...
Yeah, what was
Godzilla?
Before. And King Kong with...
They're bad, man.
They making it serious.
Terrible.
And they are. These are the worst looking versions of these things. If you did a high school play, I guarantee you your Godzilla and King Kong would look better.
I'm gonna put these up. That's a pretty good shot of Godzilla. King Kong looks like he's 2 steps behind.
Oh man!
Home base.
And you could see like In the first Godzilla movie, especially King Kong, but especially in the first Godzilla movie, you can't see that it's a suit.
Yeah.
You see it all the time in this movie.
Why is he clapping?
I hated that too.
He doesn't stop.
Yeah, it's like every time he does something, and he's like, "Arr!"
I'm like, those are the sounds they're making too.
Yeah,
Like they're making just like grunts and groanings. Like it's weird. It's weird that this is the sequel because like I mean, there's a lot of sequels now to Godzilla. Not so many to King Kong.
yeah. King Kong really just gets remakes, except for Skull Island is another
Completely
King Kong
thing.
movie. But yeah, it's just King Kong, and then now he's with Godzilla. It's
You did them
more-
favors with some of these photos. I got up here. You got Godzilla over King Kong, and that looks pretty good. You had them with the guy in the middle.
Yeah, that's Honda, I think.
Is that Honda or is
Yeah.
that the Japanese correspondent news guy?
Where they're about the same height.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Honda.
To be fair, I don't know what Mr. Honda looks like.
Neither do I, but he's got sunglasses on, and it looks like he's giving them direction.
Direction, yeah.
I also do not have a picture of Subaraya, the guy that designed King Kong. And he originally designed it as a giant octopus kind of thing.
Interesting.
That's why there's a giant octopus in this.
Interesting. You know what's funny is that I was like, wow, okay, a third creature.
Yeah, I was
Cool.
like, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that looks good.
It was a real octopus.
It's 4 octopus, and they got it to move by blowing hot air on it. And I was looking at it once. I was like, "That looks really good." It was like tentacles and stuff. And I'm like, they must have just filmed that in front of a tank or something, and then took it out. No, they put the thing on the ground, blew hot air on it. But I was looking at that where it breathes, and I'm like, well, "That's a real octopus."
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
how like you see the tentacle come up like this? We can't recreate that.
Yeah, not that
it was
good.
too.
Yeah. Well, Pirates of the Caribbean, they did pretty good. When the
Yeah.
Kraken.
But then it's got all that slime on it too. The octopus looked great, even up.
Well,
to
it's
the
a real
point
octopus.
Where in front of the people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it does
good.
look good.
Even up to the point where he grabs a guy and he's
Yeah.
flinging him around like this. That looked good too.
Yeah, it did.
And then King Kong shows up to fight this octopus.
Yeah.
And if you redid the music and you put like slapstick,
Yeah, right.
like
exactly.
the Stooges music, like it would have fit better.
Or Benny Hill. Yeah.
Like I don't know, man. Like
One more thing about the octopus. Well, here, let me tell you a couple things about the octopus. Probably the best part of the movie
yeah,
is the octopus. They used 4 octopi, and 3 of them got put back in the water.
oh no,
One of them got eaten.
that sucks.
When they were making Davy Jones for the Pirates of the Caribbean, and they had trouble finding footage of octopus on land, they
used
used this
this?
movie. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I never would have ever thought of that.
Yeah, that's well, there you go. Yeah, give it that. So normally I try to watch commentaries with these. This movie, I put it in the player, and it just started playing the movie. I'm like, hold on, give me a main menu.
Yeah.
I open up like the top menu, whatever it is now, and my options are play movie, chapters, and subtitles. Not a single bonus feature on this thing.
Wow. Yeah.
And-
This is, like I was saying up there, it's hard to find. And
And nobody
it's
wants
not-
to talk about it, I guess.
yeah, nobody, it's pretty, it's the black sheep of the Godzilla, movie.
movies. Criterion has a bunch of these Godzilla movies in their collection now.
I'll bet they do.
I don't think this is one of them.
Probably not.
I think, and this is probably the one they were trying to give them. And they're like, if that movie touches,
Yeah, right.
so worlds collide, and apparently Japan just has it made out for them, man.
Yeah.
'cause
It's in a bad location.
Godzilla's frozen off the coast of Japan.
Yeah. He's in an iceberg. Okay. I could go with that. Okay. And it thaws out. He cracks out. Okay.
Yeah, but then he's like like the army shows up on the coast to fight them. It's the Japanese, right? Like
Yeah.
And the icebergs are still in the background. Japan is not high enough on the globe to have any ice near it at all. So where'd the ice come from?
The prop department.
I like how the UN kind of has this back and forth with Japan.
Yeah.
And they're following the story, and everybody's got their finger on the A-bomb button.
Yeah, they do.
This is going to be our last resort if we have to do this. This is what we're going to do. And it does feel like they try everything in their power to not use nuclear weapons.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to a point where, like, use the nuclear weapons, nothing you're doing is working.
Right. It's going to cause less destruction.
Yeah. You're digging a giant hole to maybe have them slip in there and fill it with bombs. That didn't work.
No.
So you're going to put a whole bunch of cable around the town to electrocute him. And I do like how he walks right up to it and then walks to the side of it. It's awkward. It's awkward as all get out. I put up on the screen, we have a picture of Godzilla and Kong fighting on a boat. This looks like it's a recreation of Godzilla versus Kong.
The newer
from
one?
2020. Almost.
Crap.
I think it might have been somebody photoshopped this. Because I was like, wow, that's
I can't tell what...
really good. I didn't see this shot in the movie.
Yeah. It might be a publicity thing, too. Because the Navy goes to when they're going to bring Kong to Japan, they go and stop him, basically. Like, if you bring him, you can't bring him to here.
That was my least favorite character.
King Kong?
The publicity guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, he's my responsibility. You're not going to blow him up. What do you mean I can't? He's a goofball weirdo.
Yeah. There's three of them, really, that I think are goofball weirdos.
I like the two guys who go find King Kong. I thought they were pretty cool.
The goofy guy?
Yeah, because it kind of reminded me of like almost an Abbott and Costello kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
Like they were characters that do something else and they're just in this too.
Oh, maybe.
Because there's points where like he's like, oh, what are we gonna do? What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
like, oh, stop him! And then he literally, what do you want me to do? Like, they cracked up.
Yeah.
Like, what do you expect him to do? He's a giant gorilla on this raft. He's waking up, and they try to use the dynamite. The dynamite doesn't work, and they shoot it, and it explodes.
Yeah.
And then King Kong shows up, and I thought of this too because at one point in time I was watching Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah.
And the ending happens. I'm not gonna spoil it because it's awesome. And you're like, yeah, it's not called Almost Drag Me to Hell.
That's what Sam Raimi said.
Okay, good. Because I was watching this and I was like, well, it's not called Godzilla and King Kong dies in the beginning.
Right.
Like, come on. Like, that popped in my head for some reason. A lot of people stuff in this.
Too much.
I kind of didn't mind it. And I probably didn't mind it because the Godzilla Kong stuff is just not worth it.
Yeah, it's pretty boring.
It is. So watching people come together to come up with some sort of solution, I think was more interesting to watch than just nonsense. You know?
Well, I just felt like a lot of nonsense. And like that one guy at the very beginning, he's like a news guy or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just weird. And why? Why is this in here? We don't need it. He's like, I think, what's his name? Ed Wood might have used something like that. Having like a guy introduce stuff and then they show the movie. Because he comes back at the end for the conclusion too.
Yeah.
And
need it. I don't.
But like the miniature stuff in this is terrible.
It's all bad.
It's not good.
It feels like a B movie.
It
not
does.
in a good B movie kind, you know?
Not like in a Black Scorpion B movie.
Right. Like in a terrible how did a movie with probably a bigger budget because they wanted to make this movie.
Right.
Look like crap. Like it just looks like crap.
It's like a lot of times they do that too. I don't know if they do it in Japan, but here, like the first Planet of the Apes movie had a budget and made it money, tons of money, was a huge hit. Then they start cutting the budget back on subsequent movies,
You know,
and making them look worse. when they could be making them be
Make
better.
them look better.
Yeah.
Because like in the Planet of the Apes, obviously they're in suits, but in Beneath the Planet of the Apes, which is Planet of the Apes, it's like the Evil Dead. They just redid the whole movie again.
Yeah, right. With a new guy,
Yeah.
Ash didn't come back for Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
The gorilla, I liked. And, he was fine, but like you could tell his mouth stopped moving.
Yeah, sometimes.
And that kind of sucks.
And even Cornelius, sometimes his mouth it doesn't look right.
Yeah,
not like in the first one.
Oh, what's his name? Roddy McDowell.
Yeah,
he did something with his head where like he was looking through his eyebrows like this, and you weren't looking at his lips.
yeah, right.
Yeah, that really helps.
That's a good thinking, Roddy.
Well, and I really noticed it when he was playing Caesar, because the mouth stopped really articulating. Like in the first one, like they're just doing this.
Yeah.
But it's doing this.
Yeah, it still looks good.
By the end of the franchise, every now and again the jaw will drop. Mm-hmm. But he was always hunched over and looking in a way that like it was you're looking into his eyeballs.
Right.
And he did a lot of his own. I think he directed a couple of them or something like that. He was.
I don't think so.
It wasn't. He wasn't just in them.
Right.
He was a bigger
part of it,
them.
a creative part.
Yeah, I don't. He might not have directed, but he might have producing credits and stuff like that. So he, like, he was able to have the foresight of what to do next.
Right.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Unlike this movie.
Unlike this one.
And it kind of like we got Kong and Godzilla right there to your over there, and I'm like, I thought the new ones would be the ones everybody's like, well, these are the worst ones. Go watch the old ones,
right?
Because that's just how it usually is.
Usually.
I was expecting even just a little bit of goofy fun, but man, this was a drag to get through.
It's a drag to get through. It's not fun at all, really.
No.
And I really like the new King Kong versus Godzilla movies. Though, well, I only saw the one. And, like, this has that giant octopus in it, and that one has Mechagodzilla in it.
Uh-huh.
And that Mechagodzilla looks great. I love it. Just like the octopus in this one. Looks great.
Man, I don't know. Because, like, there's not really anything I can say that, like, saves it either.
No.
I also don't know, like, why is it supposed to be a satellite in space or a space station?
I don't know.
Because they keep cutting to it.
Like like there's people are on it. Yeah.
And
but why? Why are they in space? Yeah.
What's the point? I found myself asking that question. I'm like, what is the point? Like, what are we?
Yes.
What is going on here? Because Godzilla shows up, and they keep cutting back to it, but it's kind of not as frequent as it should be. Mm-hmm. Where it almost feels like Godzilla's making a lot of progress in Japan and then no progress at all.
Right. It's weird.
Yeah. It's disjointed. There's a lot of disjointing scenes in this, and I also don't think it nails an ending either, because like they fight twice.
Yep.
Once, King Kong just walks away.
Yeah.
He's like, I ain't dealing with this anymore. He walks away, and then they bring him to Godzilla, and they're like, no, you're going to fight him.
Right.
So they drop him off there, and they have, it really does feel like it goes on for way too long.
Uh-huh.
Which sucks, because it's the reason you're watching this movie is to watch these two fight, and you just cannot wait for them to stop fighting. And none of the fight looks good.
It doesn't.
Or has any kind of like
when Godzilla's picking up the rocks.
Yeah.
They look like foam, and there should be a little heft to him. Even
or
forgot him.
something,
Yeah. And he's not, he's just
they're bouncing off Godzilla or King
and
Kong.
King,
hit him right in the face. Hits him right in the face, and he's like, it's like, come on. It just, I don't know. It definitely feels like nobody wanted to make this movie.
Yeah. When Honda did not want to make this movie.
Oh, you've got a picture of the octopus. Look at this octopus, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, that is a good octopus. Well, it's a real octopus.
It was shot for night, and this is one of those things where I think the illusion doesn't work.
It did not work. I didn't realize it was supposed to be at night.
Because, I'll go back to... So he looks like it could be like midday. This guy's pretty blue. He's pretty well lit. But then when they cut to the people, it's all dark. It's all
I just figured it was
dark.
cheap. That's why I didn't think of it like that.
And again, I can give a lot of leeway to a lot of stuff like that, but it just didn't feel like this earned it.
No.
It didn't deserve that kind of leeway. It just wasn't. There's nothing good about it.
Like the sets that the monsters fight on just don't look good at all.
No, I don't think.
And the Godzilla suit, King Kong suit looks terrible.
And I really kind of wonder why they look like first drafts.
Yeah, totally. That's what they look like.
There's a part in the original Godzilla where he pops up over the trees and there's a hand
over the hill. Yeah, that looks terrible.
Looks bad.
Yeah,
that looks better than this Godzilla does.
It really does.
And that looks better than this King Kong does. I can buy into this Godzilla because Godzilla goes through phases where he looks goofy, he looks silly, he looks like a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah.
But this King Kong, man, like it looks like somebody whacked King Kong on the top of the head and flattened his face out.
It does.
It's weird.
It's weird.
Pancaked. And I don't think it works. I try really hard to give everything a benefit, give something, pull some positivity to it.
Yeah.
But there's nothing in this movie that I think is worth watching. I, honest to God, think that this is a movie you should skip. Like, if you're that curious about the sequel to Godzilla versus Kong, the history behind that, watch it, and you'll thank me for trying to talk you out of it right now.
Yeah.
Because even, again, I don't know. Like,
it's not even so bad it's good.
It's not. It's so bad it's boring.
Yeah, it's boring as hell.
Boring. And that's such a crime to say about a Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
Or a King Kong movie.
Especially with both of them.
And, I'm not the world's biggest fan of the newest Monster-verse stuff that they got going on, but at least it's stupid in a fun way.
Yeah, I like them.
You can have big monster fighting.
Right.
There we go. We did it.
Yeah.
There you go.
But that Pacific Rim sequel sucks.
The one with John Boyega in it?
Yeah.
That sucks because you don't see him in a lot of things.
No, you don't. And he's a good actor.
He's a great actor. I would like to see him in other things.
He's Idris Elba's son in it. Mm-hmm. And it's and he's good. So I figured he'll be, you know what I mean? But the character's boring in it, too.
I love this.
And I didn't see the new one with a New Empire or whatever it's called. I haven't seen that yet. Mikey said it was all right, though.
The Godzilla Kong one?
Yeah. It's not going to be this bad. I guarantee it, and I haven't seen it.
King Kong throws a little baby monkey at other monkeys. I'm glad you got this. The shoving a tree down Godzilla's throat.
Yeah, that's a callback to the King Kong fighting the Tyrannosaurus Rex with a stick. And I guess they make another callback to both of those when Godzilla tries to put that axe in King Kong's mouth. Or one of them two.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't bring this up with our King Kong episode, but when the dinosaur's jaw breaks, you can see the blood gushing out and all that stuff, and he plays with it. Just like one for one with the Jackson stuff. You know who should make a Godzilla movie? Is Peter Jackson.
Yeah, he should. That's probably why he made Pacific. Oh, no, he didn't do that. Never mind.
That was Guillermo del Toro. And,
making a Frankenstein movie. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, and that looks pretty good. Have you seen the set photos from that?
Yeah.
It looks good.
I'll bet it. Yeah, I like the book. And I think he's going to stick close to that. So does Joey.
I can't believe Joey read the book. I didn't think.
Yeah, he when he was reading stuff, he was reading those classics, and that's good.
I just never thought Frankenstein would be a book that he would pick up.
Yeah. Well, he had a collection of them, and it happened to be one of them.
Well, there you go. So it wasn't he sought it out. He
no,
just had it.
I did seek it out because I wanted to see how it compared to the James Whale movie. Not at all, by the way.
The one with
the James Whale one, the first one, Boris Karloff.
Karloff, yeah.
And then it was right before the Robert De Niro one came out, the Kenneth Branagh one, and that one is closer to it. But I don't like the way.
I have to see the De Niro one. I have.
You haven't seen that?
Not seen it. See, I'm not a big fan of the Frankenstein story.
Uh-huh.
I think it's...
Well, you don't know it because you didn't read the book.
Well, you don't know that. I didn't. I did not read the book. I saw Frankenstein Unbound, and that has the book in it.
It does. It does have the book in it, and that's damn good.
Weirdly.
Yeah.
Weirdly, that's one of the best
It is.
Frankenstein movies I've ever seen.
It really is.
And one of the greatest Doctor Who movies I've ever seen. It's really
Yes.
good. What was I about to say about Frankenstein? Oh, the Bob De Niro one. I don't,
Yeah.
because, like, I don't know who plays who. I don't know what roles people have.
Kenneth Branagh plays Frankenstein,
Okay.
and Robert De Niro plays the monster.
See, like that. Like, why does Robert De Niro play the Frankenstein
Because
monster?
Gary Oldman played Dracula.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Came out after that. Probably that's why it got greenlit. And it's not as good as that Dracula. But it's pretty cool.
Why are those movies so hard to keep popular?
I don't know.
Like this, too. Like, Godzilla and King Kong shouldn't be... The name is the selling point.
Yeah, really.
You know? Like, why is it that they're so hard to, like, get right, essentially? Because people don't like the Jackson one. I do, but a lot of people don't. King Kong movie.
Who?
A lot of people.
Wow.
It's like...
Because it's too slow in the beginning?
It's too long.
Uh-huh.
It's too slow.
It is too long.
And
I mean, it's long.
It misses the mark, which I don't agree with.
I don't agree with it either.
It's a home run.
Yeah, me too.
People don't like any Godzilla movie that doesn't come out of Japan.
Right. Some of those hardcore people.
2 American ones. I don't like Godzilla 2014 at all.
I like it more. I watch it. It is pretty boring.
Like, hard to get through.
Yeah. But like King of the Monsters, I thought that was really good.
The sequel to it? King Ghidorah and all that?
Yeah.
I never watched that one.
It's good.
I never watched it. And I didn't watch it because I didn't like the first one.
Right. You know what? Start with Kong Skull Island.
As the first one?
Yeah, because all that Monarch stuff starts there, I think.
Okay.
And it's way more in that universe than the Godzilla universe, even though it's the same looking Godzilla.
There's that show on Apple, the Monarch show.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I was going to watch it.
And they so when you got the spinoff of the main show, like the plenty Doctor Who spinoffs, like Class, for example, they have Peter Capaldi show up for the first episode to get people into the show,
right?
Because that's the selling point. Monarch uses like the Godzilla roar.
Oh, really?
I don't think Godzilla ever shows up in it.
Yeah, I thought it was not about Godzilla. It was
right. It's about the people, but like I think it's funny that you have to. It's Godzilla isn't like it's not like this Peter Capaldi's gonna be in it. It's a giant CG lizard.
Right.
There's nobody behind it, and it's still what you got to use to sell the show. I think it's funny.
Yeah, it is funny because that is iconic. That roar, I love it.
Yes. Oh, see, that's the one thing about Godzilla I think does better than any other of these monster movies is that roar.
Me too.
I love that roar. It is second to the T-Rex.
Yeah.
The T-Rex roar is phenomenal.
King Kong's roar in the original King Kong was made the same way with using two different animals.
Yeah. And that's not uncommon because
oh yeah, you have to.
You think
they don't exist.
Well, even like lion roars. When you hear a lion roaring, it's a tiger because a lion's roar isn't what you want it to be. But a tiger roar sounds
better,
powerful. Yeah, because a lion, they don't roar. They're just like loud breathing,
like the Cowardly Lion. That's what you sounded like.
Like a tiger, though, like its roar is a weapon it uses. Like it can.
It would work on me.
People like it roars at you. It's got it's a decibel that like can. I don't know if it'll knock you out, but like it'll take you down a little bit because of the pitch in it. But I mean, predators are predators, man.
Yeah.
So the legacy of these two, I think, is more important and timeless than this movie especially is.
It totally is. Because those, when they start making Godzilla movies, they're pretty cool. And the fights are cooler, and they're just way more clever.
Yeah,
Everything about it.
Godzilla ended up becoming like a superhero.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, he's always like saving the Earth from something.
Probably after this. I don't know.
Well, it's definitely after this, because this was the first Godzilla movie since Godzilla.
Uh-huh. Well, I just mean like the next one I don't think was like versus another. I don't know.
It was versus something.
Versus monster.
Like Rodan or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was
Rodan
always
was
Godzilla and somebody else.
Who was the first one?
I don't remember.
Was it the
I don't know.
spiny lizard thing?
Maybe.
See, and I don't know all these Godzilla monsters either.
I don't either. Oh man, I could just had his name on my tip of my tongue.
Which one?
The spinny.
It's like Enclo something. Right?
Yeah, it looks like one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crap, I just had it.
Mothra.
Mothra's cool.
Mothra, I think, is the only other one who sprouted popularity on its own. Because Mothra wasn't part of the Godzilla universe.
Right.
Mothra got booted over into it. Because it was all. Have you seen Mothra?
Probably.
Or
I've only seen it with Godzilla.
It really, like, you can tell when they made Mothra, they liked King Kong a lot, because it's basically the same premise, where they go to this island, and they find these little fairies. Like, and the effect is really, really good. Like, they're like, literally, like, maybe an inch and a half tall people that sing, that put Mothra to bed.
Yeah. Aren't they, like, twins?
They might be, they're called the fairies.
Yeah.
And they take them. The people take them, and then the natives who live on that island can't stop Mothra from waking up. And like you see the evolution of it. So like it wakes up, it's like a worm, and then it turns into the moth. And all it wants is those fairies back. It's not a evil creature. It has no malicious intent.
Yeah, right. It's just a big animal.
Yeah.
Kind of like King Kong doesn't have any malicious intent. He's just a big ape. I think that thing's name is Hedorah.
Hedorah?
Yeah, I think that's the spinny thing. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't either. Well, maybe I can look up a list of them.
I would just looked up a list of monster movies. Like that, what you were talking about was Mothra versus Godzilla. That has the fairies make a...
The fairies start in the first Mothra movie.
Okay, because they're in that one too.
The fairies are... Because everything about Mothra was its own thing. It's a self-contained story. So if the fairies show up, or that island shows up, or the worm version of Mothra shows up, that's where it's coming from. Let's see here.
But like King of the Monsters has Mothra in it, and it starts with the worm thing first, and that you should watch that. It's really good.
I'll give it a shot.
Give it a shot. It's really good. It's long, and it's worth it, because like the human parts, that story's really good, and the monsters look really good in it too. Yeah, you should check it out. It's really cool.
Let's see here. I have a oh man, I keep closing the window. A list of Godzilla monsters on the official Godzilla wiki.
Yeah, you look at that all the time. That's where I get all this stuff.
Oh, they're not going to show me pictures. Oh, I've got to click on them. All right, so I won't be going there. But I don't know. It's funny how a movie about a tragedy has turned into such a just comic of a story. I don't think Godzilla's serious anymore. And then you watch Shin Godzilla, and you're like, oh, okay, so this could be serious. And then you watch Godzilla -1.
Yeah, definitely that one.
And you're like, oh, this isn't just a big, goofy monster movie. This is terrifying.
Right. And the Godzilla King of the Monsters, new one, Godzilla's way more of a character. And it doesn't talk or anything, obviously, but he kind of has an arc, it seems like. Where he's almost killed.
In the King of the Monsters one?
Yeah, and they have to
Well, that's
juice
where,
him back to life.
That's where because King Ghidorah's in that one. And
Yeah.
he beats him, and the
Right, the
skull
first
from
time.
that is what Mechagodzilla is
Yeah,
built off of. Why do that? Like, why?
because you can. Why do scientists
bad
make
idea.
bad ideas all the time? Because they can.
Also, I think it's hilarious that like they're like, oh, well, scientists created this monster in this lab. It's like, who funded that?
Yeah.
You know, who funded that? What cosmetic or what are the medicines called? Pharmaceutical companies funded making a giant robot Godzilla monster.
Or you got to be like a Bond villain that is super rich, like Moonraker. Makes this gas out of orchids that he's gonna kill the entire planet, and then he's got a super race he's gonna repopulate the world with. And you got to be that rich, or is it? Oh, one of those Roger Moore ones. I think it's The Spy Who Loved Me. The guy's got a underwater lair that comes up out of the water and stuff. You got to be that rich to do this kind of stuff.
I love how not serious James Bond takes James Bond stories.
Those ones sometimes, yeah.
Like
then it comes back to it. Like those Daniel Craig ones, pretty much are serious.
yeah, they're more
Because one got the Casino Royale is all about terrorism and stuff. But Moonraker, forget about it. They don't take that seriously at all.
Casino Royale was the first James Bond movie made, right?
No. I think it might be in the
TV
first
movie.
book, but there was a TV movie. Oh, was it?
Isn't it
The
Casino
first-
Royale?
Dr. No was the first James Bond movie. Casino Royale, that's got Woody Allen in it and stuff, and like an all-star cast. That was a TV movie. But it wasn't first, I'm pretty sure.
Does it come before?
No. I'm almost positive it doesn't.
I don't know.
Not
I don't
before
know
Dr.
enough
No.
about James Bond.
But Casino Royale, the new one with Daniel Craig, that's the one I was talking. Yeah,
I like Daniel Craig.
I like too.
Spyfall is one of my favorite. It's James Bond movies.
Yeah, it's good.
It.
I was watching Spectre again a few weeks ago, and it's pretty good.
Holds up.
I still have the same criticism. They totally not ruined, but underuse Christoph Waltz. They should have used him more.
Christoph Waltz is one of my favorite actors.
He's great, he's good in that. And to be Blofeld too, yeah.
Oh yeah, Blofeld, especially the villain.
And then
the James Bond villain.
He's in the next one too, the last one with Daniel Craig, and for like 5 minutes.
It's like
No Time to Die.
Yeah, I was almost said
and he gets killed like immediately. He's in prison. You're wasting him, man.
That's so dumb.
Thank you, Quentin Tarantino,
so dumb.
for not wasting
a full movie
Yeah.
with him in it, man. And he's such a great character. I love him in that movie.
Wait, which
Everything
one?
about Django is so
Django.
good.
I was thinking of Inglourious Basterds too.
Oh my god, I forgot he was in that.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah, he's great.
I don't know.
Even when he's giving up and he's telling them his terms of his surrender, basically, is great. He is perfect in
He's
that.
only doing it because he can see the end of the wars on the horizon. So he's like, well, might as well get out now before.
Right.
Oh my god.
But that first scene where he is talking to that French farmer,
get out.
Brilliant, man.
So
everything about that, the farmer does a good job acting. Christoph Waltz knocks it out of the park. Let me say something too. And Quentin Tarantino's direction is brilliant. Every one of those. But when the guy's like, "Do you mind if I smoke?" and he's got that pipe, he's like, "You mind if I smoke?"
Yeah.
He's got that big elaborate
big one. That obnoxiously huge.
It's great.
But I mean, oh my god. So the opening of the Inglourious Basterds is like what's the word? Why can I never think of words on this podcast? An homage to the second part. I don't know what else to call it, but the second part of The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. So you got the first part with Toho, what's his name?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking
part
about.
with Lee Van Cleef.
Yeah, the Lee Van Cleef part, where he goes to talk to that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a reference to that,
Yeah.
and it's done beautifully.
It's done better than...
I think it's done better because of the fact that Tarantino isn't using bubble gum and shoestrings to make a movie. He's got
That too,
high-end cameras and stuff like that, and better actors. But even the direction is almost one for one. But then you've got this.
Yeah, almost.
Oh, Lord Almighty! Because we had watched the producers, me and Courtney, before we were watching Glorious Bastards.
The newer one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they make a joke out of the Nazis. And the Nazis are a joke. They're, we're the bad guys.
Really, Mel Brooks is making fun of Nazis. Weird.
And like you see like Nazi stuff, and they're always like the over the top bad guys. They're kind of goofy and they're not taken seriously because they're
making fun of them.
Yeah, because they're of what they did. And they're going to be the end of the joke.
Right.
Inglourious Bastards makes Nazis terrifying again.
Yeah, really.
Like, that opening shot alone, where he's like going through his records and all this stuff. He has a milk. He's just a guy. He's like, I'm just here. I'm just good at my job. Just double checking all this stuff. And then slowly, one by one, until he gets to that part where he's sitting there. He's just sitting there.
Yeah.
He's got this face, and he's looking right past the camera, almost like he's looking at us. And he says, "Are you harboring enemies of the state underneath the floorboards?"
Yeah.
And your stomach drops.
Yeah.
The guy's stomach drops.
Yeah.
It's so
good.
Oh, and like Courtney doesn't like uncomfortable situations. She loves horror movies, so she's kind of numb to them. It's when a movie makes you like your stomach turn because how uncomfortable you are that gets her. So when I say she doesn't like those types of movies, that's what I mean. Like she feels that uncomfortableness.
You can't not in that one.
And then the music starts with the violins stringing, and they do their job. And the one girl gets away.
Yeah.
And he has her in her sights. He could have got her. Oh well.
If she got away.
Yep. And it comes back into play later.
Yeah.
Such a great movie.
It is.
He says it's his masterpiece.
Oh, really? You did?
Yeah. And that's where that line at the end of the movie is. It's like, what do you think? So I think it looks good, sir. Like, yeah, I think that's my masterpiece. It's kind of a reference.
Right. Because that scene in the bar, too, was really good, intense.
Yeah. Also, talk about a movie with everybody in it.
Yeah, no
Talk
kidding.
about a movie with Michael Myers is in that movie.
Yeah.
The whole bar scene, and it sucks because you like these characters.
Yeah.
They all die.
Yeah.
They got that one German guy who's like, I've got a son, I don't want to die, and Aldo Rain's up there, and he's like negotiating with him, and the lady shoots him anyway.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, what are you gonna do? Great movie. I could talk about Tarantino for hours.
He makes good stuff.
He makes amazing stuff, man. Like I genuinely think
Death
Proof.
That's Death Proof and Jackie Brown, I think, are the weakest ones. But they're still pretty decent, and they have good things in them.
I don't know how I feel about Jackie Brown, because on the one hand, I think it's fun because it's like a blaxploitation movie, and I think what's her name?
Pam Grier.
Pam Grier is great in it.
She is great. Everybody's great in it.
The throwaway Bob De Niro character in it, and how Sam Jackson just doesn't stop talking his entire stuff. There's a lot of it I like, but I think I like it more than I like Kill Bill.
Oh, I've never seen them.
Kill Bill. I want to do Kill Bill on the podcast, and I want to pair it with an old Shaw Brothers movie. So we'll do like a double feature with one of those and one of these, because it's what he's ripping off of.
Right.
And he's doing a good job at it. I don't care for this really how he's telling the story, because it's a vengeance story. It's about a wife getting her revenge.
There's Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, and
I was never a
the
big
vehicle in which it's uses,
I've never got into ninja, all that stuff, karate movies.
And like, if you like over the top, like Joey would probably love Kill Bill.
I did see one scene of that movie where Uma Thurman goes to kill a woman in her home, and her kid comes home from school.
Great scene.
Yeah, that was really good.
Because she does kill her.
Yeah.
And it's intense.
But they stop fighting. Oh, hi, honey.
Yeah.
It's just really cool.
I subscribe to the theory that it is the pilot that
Fox Force 5
is talking about.
Yeah.
Because Tarantino said all of his movies are the same universe.
Yeah.
And it's basically...
Well, who's smoking the red apple cigarettes?
Who is? Because they're in all his movies.
It's got to be in there.
Probably Bill. Probably all... And anybody who's got a cigarette.
Right.
Probably is. His newest movie about the critic, called The Critic.
Whose?
Tarantino's. Might not be about that anymore.
What are you talking about? Oh, that he hasn't made yet?
Well, he hasn't made it yet. He was going to say, this is my last one. It's going to be about this film critic from the 70s.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
I don't think it's going to be it anymore.
Oh.
So it's not going to be Star Trek. It's not going to be the critic thing. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm ready for it.
You know, The City on the Edge of Forever is what Tarantino said his Star Trek movie would be like.
Uh-huh.
And I always was like, it's okay. It's all right. But I just recently watched that one, and it's pretty damn good. I could see him doing it, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You know, the more I think about it...
But I would rather him... No. You're going to make either a Wrath of Khan submarine and space movie or something like that and force him out of his comfort zone. Do you know what I mean? To see what he comes up with.
Do.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Because he is another one of those guys who is an artist before he is a filmmaker kind of guy. Whose paintbrush is the lens.
Yeah.
And I honestly do think that, like... Because he hasn't done any sci-fi stuff.
No, I don't think he likes sci-fi.
Which sucks, because I think he would do a really cool thing.
He could, but...
I would like him to do an actual team-up movie.
Yeah, that would be cool,
Robert
too.
Rodriguez. Like, have that, like how they did with the Grindhouse double feature.
They do. Robert Rodriguez directed From Dusk Till Dawn, too.
Yeah. But, like, have them both write this movie, co-direct this kind of like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Where they're both, every step of it, they're working in tandem.
Yeah.
Because I really like those two.
Yeah.
And they're friends.
Are they still friends? Because I expected way more out of both of them together. Yeah. And since that, I don't think they've done anything.
Oh, I don't know if they've done
I don't know.
Together.
I don't know either.
But I know that Rodriguez has a podcast, and Tarantino's been on it.
You know,
a couple times.
Rodriguez's studio, Troublemaker Studios, is across the street from his house.
You know, I'm not really surprised by that.
Somebody just filmed something there, and man, I wish I could remember that. And that's where I found that out.
I'm more surprised that it's across the street from his house than I would be surprised if it was in his house.
Right.
Like, that man, I admire that man. I've always said that,
like Sin City, that movie is awesome.
Yeah. He's a great filmmaker.
Yeah, and he really captures the comic book in that.
Oh,
because it's all just black and white. And
except for the red. Yeah, a lot of red in that.
Well, I mean the comic book. I don't think there's any red in the comic book.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
But all that style, it worked really good.
It's got Bruce Willis in it.
Yeah, everything.
Very good.
And what's his name? I think it was Frodo. Was that guy that's Kevin or whatever his name is?
Yeah.
That killer. And then you look at him and he's got the glasses on. It's just white. It's just so cool.
Yeah.
And like the stupid, impossible physics of driving sometimes, and the way the shots are. Man,
get out. Just get out of here, man.
Yeah, it's great.
I've always said that like Martin Scorsese and Quentin Tarantino were my biggest influences getting into this stuff. But the more I think about how I do it like he does.
Right.
I do it like Rodriguez. It's all me. From start to finish.
Right.
Me, my family, my friends are in everything that I do. and I forgot to bring this up with King Kong too. There's a part in King Kong where the director character goes, something about the mark of a director. You are the one in control of the camera. So
Yeah,
just
I know
be
what
the
you're
one
talking
in
about.
control of the camera. And
Yeah, that's why he's
Harryhausen-
the one doing it. Yeah.
Ray Harryhausen is like, those are my exact words, and so does Robert Rodriguez. That's their motto. That is how they do stuff. And
I
think
can
it
get
works
it
for the most
too,
part.
though. Also, like some people are good at collaborating, and some people are like, "This is my vision, and I can't explain it. I have to do it myself."
Yeah,
yeah,
I have to take control. I have to be the one to do it. Otherwise, it's not
yeah.
going to.
I don't think it's an ego thing at all. I think
No,
it's
well,
a
it's-
necessity.
That's where the line between an artist and a filmmaker,
Yeah.
in my opinion, comes in, because like you don't have to be. A film isn't always just art.
No,
It's a product too. Like
this movie is not art.
yeah, exactly.
It
This
is.
movie
It is a
product.
Product.
This is a movie to sell and get money. There's no heart in it. There's no nothing in it.
No,
But a movie like THX 1138
right.
is a work of art. Like it's not something you just throw on because it's a Thursday. This
Yeah,
is your
right.
movie night. This is a thing where you like
You're gonna
watch
experience
it. You
it.
experience
Yeah.
it. You feel like you take something away from it. It's not just a movie.
Maybe you'll see something or
Come away with it.
something different than the last time.
Yeah.
Something. Maybe you noticed something or you thought about something now. Some of them are like that. This is not one of them.
At all. And I'm not saying everything Roger Rodriguez does is this.
No,
like, the
'cause,
Spy
like-
Kids movies are
It started off cool, and then I think it got
like
watered
the Mexico
down. But
trilogy is him.
right, in like Machete.
This is action movies.
Yeah, right.
Action movies, by the way, that are spin-offs of the Spy Kids movies. Spy Kids came
Yeah,
out.
because
Danny Trejo's character
Yeah,
is their
right.
Uncle Machete,
Yeah.
which came out before the Machete movies did. And he's that character. Don't know why.
you know why Machete is what it is.
No.
The same as that Thanksgiving movie. It was those
'Cause they're
fake
in the-
trailers that
Wow. Machete was one of those?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And you look at that, if you've never seen that Grindhouse double feature with
You
Robert
have to do
Rodriguez,
the double feature because they're not on the single releases of either one of them.
I don't know. When I had them, I think I got them both at the same time, and it has fake trailers for movies trailers for fake movies.
Yeah. Like
and
Tropic Thunder does.
you would think they were absolutely real,
Yeah.
real movies.
So, because you had Thanksgiving, Hobo with a Shotgun,
Hobo with a Shotgun. Yeah. I never saw that
Werewolf
one.
Women of the SS, which is a movie they have to make next.
Oh my God!
You got Nick Cage in that trailer as Fu Manchu, and they don't hold anything back. It's
Yeah.
as wild as you imagine it is. But like they made Hobo with a Shotgun, they made Machete, they
Yep.
made Thanksgiving. Give me Werewolf Women of the SS, because like what the hell? That's
there-
the one they should do.
There's a series of movies from I think the 70s or early 80s called Isla She-Wolf of the SS. And they're basically S&M movies without nudity.
I think
We watched
saw
the
one of
first
those.
one. I
Yeah.
watched Isla She-Wolf of the SS. And that one's not so soft-corey. And by that I mean it's a movie that's...
It's a movie
Yeah.
first.
The rest of them,
Are-
I've seen parts of them. But like Werewolf... Is it Werewolf Women of the SS?
Yeah, I believe that the last one is Werewolf Women of the SS.
That's way better. Ilsa, not Isla. Ilsa, She-Wolf of the SS.
So, yeah, it's Werewolf Women of the SS.
That would be awesome.
It would be.
Did you see Overlord?
Yeah, I did. The
Man,
J.J.
that was
Abrams movie?
awesome,
That was a
yeah.
good one too. I was on Amazon and I was looking for movies like this, weird, crazy, weird, nonsense movies.
Right.
And that's where I found like The House That Drips Blood,
Right.
and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And one of those Ilsa movies is one of them. I was like, okay, this would be cool, and I put it on, and I would watch them at work as just in my ear. I was like, oh Jesus! Said it, turn it off. Cause like, what the hell?
Right.
And like, Amazon didn't prepare me for that. It sold it as an actual movie. And I was like, good Lord, I didn't know.
That reminds me of one vacation we had. This is when it was. The First Omen. It had just come out. We were watching it. Me and my brother-in-law, Uncle Brian.
Okay.
Your mom and aunt are in the. It's a living room. There's their dining room. They're in the dining room. Paulie's in there and his two daughters, and she starts giving birth. There's births in that. Have you seen that movie?
The First Omen?
The First Omen. It's
Is
called
that the new one, right?
Yeah, it's called The First Omen. It's really good.
I have not seen it.
It's good, but they got women giving birth and they're making these sounds. Now they don't know what's going on, and they're like, "What the hell are you watching?" And I'm like, "It's a Omen movie. She's giving birth," and then it happens again, and they're like, "Really?" And but it's not. It's not that part of sex. It's the end part of sex. And they could not. They're like, "Really?"
Oh my god, that's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Unfortunately, Godzilla vs. King Kong 1962 is not hilarious.
Yeah, unfortunately,
There's nothing
we gotta
good about it.
Pull this episode back to this. I'm tempted to get rid of this, man. I was so.
Did
I
you
was
get
so
it from a
excited
case?
for it. Yeah,
Give it back to him, man.
honestly, yeah.
You're never going to watch it again.
$11 or something, too. Like it's not like it was just like $2 bins.
It's rare because it's bad.
That's the only thing keeping me wanting to hold on to it is that it's hard to find.
Yeah, you're right.
The only reason why I want to hold on to this movie is because it's hard to find.
If you need space, you know what I
sell
mean?
it.
Then sell it. Otherwise, yeah, you should keep it for that very reason.
But like I don't know who I'd show it to Joey maybe.
He's not going to like it.
He ain't
It's
gonna
too
like it.
boring. Tommy wouldn't watch, or Randy Official
Randy
could not get through this movie. And the effects are so bad, it's not like would fast forward. He would just give up on it. And you would too.
It's not worth watching.
You will give up.
I hate saying that. You know, I hate saying that.
So do I.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
We watched it, so you don't have to. But I don't really have anything else to say about this movie.
I don't either. You got Reanimator over there. I just said that's a good one. Reanimator, and I like From Beyond better.
This is a cult classic too. And there's
Yes,
like a
it
whole
is.
bunch of these, right? There's like a Return of the Reanimator and
Yeah, but those aren't like same cult classic style.
Mm-hmm.
It's like more of a almost direct to DVD, I think.
I got
It is Return of Reanimator. Yeah, that is the name of
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I got this mainly because of how green the case is. I thought that was awesome and how
Jeffrey Combs is great.
this cover looks. Because there's an Arrow version of this too that has
is
pretty
there?
cool artwork that I'm probably gonna pick up. But there's just something about this says out of print on it too. There's something about this that really like it feels like like a video store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is the cover of the videotape.
VHS.
Yeah. That movie is not for everybody.
I've heard.
So buyer beware.
Yeah,
But it is
beware.
pretty cool. And like the stuff that it's green because the stuff that he uses to reanimate corpses. It's really, I think, is it him first and then anyway, it's green. And that's why. But From Beyond has really good special effects, like practical The Thing style. It's really cool.
You want to watch a modern cult classic
Yes.
that I haven't heard a lot about and I'm not going to get into?
You know when they say this is a modern day classic?
Yeah.
That is a modern day cult classic.
Malignant.
Yes.
Check this out.
It is good.
Oh my! So and
It's fun.
again, I want this poster. I think this is so cool. I love artwork like this.
It
This
is cool.
I love it. I will not tell you anything about this movie. Check it out.
When it first came out on Netflix, I watched it. James Wan has something to do with it. And that's the only reason I
he
watched
directed
it. I think he did too.
James Wan, who's inspired and influenced a lot by Italian horror.
Obviously.
I'm not very well versed in it, but I'm
Italian
well
horror,
versed
yeah.
in him.
I like James
If you
Wan
like
stuff
James
better
Wan,
than.
I'm gonna hop on a boat
Yeah,
across the
right.
sea and I'll check out some stuff.
But that's the only reason I watched it. So I watch it, and then I go to work the next day, and I talk to my boss, and I'm like, because he like movies, and I'm like, have you seen this Malignant movie? He's like, no. And I just said, I'm not going to say anything, but you have to watch
Go
it.
watch it.
It's batshit crazy.
And you know what?
In the absolute best way.
You know the old Paranormal Activity movies, how they got like the trailer, the people, audience
Yes.
are reacting to the movie. That's how you sell this movie. You just go watch Malignant.
Yes.
Like that's all it needs.
You know what else is I think exciting coming up? I just watched a trailer for it. Is a new Conjuring movie.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, and it looks pretty good. It looks like maybe they're throwing everything at it, like it might be the last one. Like an apology for the most recent one.
I liked the most recent one.
The Devil Made Me Do It?
Yeah.
Oh, it was okay.
It had John Noble in it. And I love John Noble.
I like the part where there's a thing in the waterbed.
Yeah.
But it was not scary. And it was not like the possession of...
how I felt, too.
The possession of... what's her name?
Hannah Grace?
Or Rose or something?
I don't know. Unfortunately, I do not
The
know.
Exorcism of Emily Rose. I think that's it. And it's like courtroom, and they show what happened.
Yeah.
It was
is that
good.
what this
It's
is?
good. No. That's what The Devil Made Me Do It was kind of like.
Oh.
But they didn't do it
They
right.
didn't really do that.
No.
Yeah.
But the Exorcism, I don't like Exorcism movies anymore. It's too many of it.
It's all the same stuff.
Yeah, it is. But that's cool because it has a courtroom thing on it, and it's a true story.
The Autopsy of Jane Doe
That's good.
is, oh, God.
Holy cow. Not for everybody. If you got a problem with nudity, you're not going to want to watch that one.
No.
But it's creepy as hell. Wow.
That's one I think Courtney had watched before.
Oh, really?
And she just threw on, and I was like, we never got around to watching this one.
Boy, was that good.
Oh, I was sucked in.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Talk about again a movie where you're confined to one room and you gotta make it terrifying. And you do.
Yep. But when they open her skin up and there's tattoos on the inside,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Ooh, all right. We'll talk about that one.
Sure. That's a good one. Godzilla vs. Kong. Give it a
thumbs
pass.
down.
Give it a
2
pass.
thumbs down. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Check out Godzilla. Check out King Kong. Check out the new stuff.
Yeah, the new one is good. This one is not.
That's
It's disappointing in every way.
It's horrible. It's horrible. I have been Cheese Phil.
And I'm Hecubus.
This has been the Grindhouse Podcast. Cheese Film. Out.